So you have to understand that the art, my art as a practitioner, is always changing and evolving. So people who know me well and maybe haven't seen me for a while, maybe learned a kata from me, suddenly will go, what was that? What was that piece? So I taught Tai Chi, I teach Tai Chi, but not that often. All of a sudden, one of my students, I taught him Tai Chi, and he's teaching Tai Chi, and all of a sudden he's, wait a second, where'd that come from? That's not how you did it before. Well, that was 10 years ago, Things are different now. So this is, the art is supposed to evolve. This is, by the way, the difference between thinking traditionally and thinking classically. A traditional practitioner has the job of preserving intact some tradition and passing it on exact. The problem with that is that you cannot do that. You cannot preserve a tradition intact and pass it on exactly. You will always have, say, 90%. 99, maybe you're an A+ student, 98% accuracy. And maybe there's the founder who teaches and the student, 98% accuracy. And that student has a student who has 98% of what that teacher had. And then that next generation, 98% of what that teacher had. Well, that means you've dropped in those generations. You're down to only 90% of the original. Now let's pass that on across a few centuries, and let's be a little more realistic about it not being 90%, 98%, but probably more like 75%. So our slogan is always to surpass the master repays the debt. So the goal of the teacher is to surpass the master. We don't do that by trying to reproduce what the master did. We do that by trying to expand, to take what the master did and extend it to its logical conclusion. This is how we got quantum physics. Albert Einstein wrote 2 equations on relativity, special relativity and general relativity, and the physicists who followed him took his stuff and they took it out to its, and that's how they got quantum physics, which then seemed to violate exactly what Einstein was saying, which creates its own kind of fun. But that's how they got there, because of Einstein. Einstein hated quantum physics. He famously said about the quantum physicists, I don't believe God plays dice with the universe. It's because there's a quality in quantum physics which is uncertain. And Einstein believed in the old way of thinking, which was this produces this as its outcome produces this. So he had a deterministic universe, and the quantum physicists had a non-deterministic universe. Einstein says, I don't believe that God plays dice with the universe. Very famous quote. Finally, one of the quantum guys, I think it was Niels Bohr, said to him, Albert, stop telling God what he can and cannot do. So that's what happens, is we do get stuck in a traditional mindset. This is how it's supposed to be. To me, I'm not changing anything, even though my kata and my performance will now change as a result. It's all linked together. It's just now sudden, like, oh, wait, it's even deeper. The rabbit hole goes deeper. I'm Chris Thomas, and these are some reflections from the master class. Thanks for watching. Now, go train.